This one is more like a real film because there are real sets. We're shooting it on film, but when actors came on the set, they'd be a little apprehensive, just as I was. It's fear of the unknown. And after a half a day or so, they realized that it's more like conventional filmmaking than they might have imagined. It's not just a rehash of Wing 3. I mean, the Kilrathi War is done, and now the storyline to me was much more intriguing. I was so thrilled to have Malcolm McDowell back, John Rhys Davis back, Jason Bernard back, wonderful new actors like John Spencer from L.A. Law and Presumed Innocent, and I mean, he's in everything. He's in Forget Paris, you know. But I think it's a little bit more cerebral. It's a little bit more, instead of just, you know, obviously there's space combat, but there's also like almost spy missions where you have to go in and figure out where the hostages are held and get to where the hostages are held and bring them back. Live theater engages the audience more in a way, or at least to the actors it does, I don't know, than movies. This is almost like a step beyond that, where they can see it through your eyes, control your character, or think about decisions that you should make. I find it really intriguing, and the people that I've spoken to, or the fans that come up and say, you know, I really love the game, and I played it, and I enjoy it, and my kid plays it, and so forth. There's sort of a bond there because they've become a part of you. So now you have gamers coming up to me and giving me advice. You shouldn't have done this. You should do this. And or I played it this way, and I don't really think it's the way it should be. So, you know, they rightfully have, even before, people would come up to you and talk about something you'd done, and they weren't involved in that process. You know, I read the script, there's my arc, and I'm going to do it this way. Now we've involved the audience in such a way where they're very proprietary about that. They have an opinion. They think this was wrong, that was wrong. They said, oh, you shouldn't have never even filmed that. Blair would never do that. So, like I say, it's like tearing down the walls between the performer and the audience. This one starts questioning the moral center of the character. You know, you sign up, you line up, you fight the war. This one now is starting to ask questions about, was the war right? Was you know, I think it's a test of your integrity as well as your intelligence. I thought it was amazing that they would go in this direction, because, you know, usually you find a pattern, it's successful, and you repeat that pattern. This one, you know, you go for broke and say, well, let's give them something that's based on the same thing, but really brings into question a lot of different things that we didn't play on in Wing 3.